Hi everyone. I just returned this afternoon with my family on 11-day trip to the Indian mega city, as I would like to call it, of Mumbai. Right? Of course, it was a trip with my family, my wife, my boys over their Diwali school holidays. We had a nice time in the city. Also, we took a short trip to a hill station called Matheran, which is about 2 hours drive uh, from Mumbai. So it was a really great trip. Uh, in this week's video, as part of my channel Break Free and Live Your Best Life, I want to talk a little about the city of Mumbai. And the reason I want to talk about it is because the city, in a way, is very dear to me. Okay, among some other cities, this is one city is dear to me because this gave me sort of opportunities to kickstart my progress into looking for income opportunities, and I never regretted the decisions I've taken in this city, right? So where did this all start? So some years back, I think it was in 2008, I went to visit a friend. Okay, he was in the Middle East with me. He moved back to Mumbai, and I just went to stay with him for a couple of days, just over the weekend actually. And as I was driving with him in Mumbai, peak traffic, you could be stuck there for hours. And there was, of course, apparent there was frustration with traffic and cars trying to move. And while it, on the face of it, was looking negative, I suddenly said to him, I said, "Do you realize the opportunity here? I mean, you could put anything standing there and it would sell. Of course, something which could sell, but anything in terms of the footfall of people, right? And of course, the reason Mumbai is crowded because a lot of people come to Mumbai for opportunities in terms of jobs, businesses, small time, big time, right? And also the type of cosmopolitan culture it has, right? So it attracts a lot of people. And I had this gut, and sitting in that car with my friend, that I could really do something here, and it was just a gut feeling. But what I did was I followed up on a gut, and as I said before, I never regretted it. Although it looked challenging, it looked difficult, I pursued through it, and that was my starting of a set of things I did in Mumbai, and also I took it to some other places. So my point here is that yes, of course, it is about of Mumbai, and it's a city of opportunities, and of course there are things which people might not get you can or can't get used to. For example, as I mentioned, traffic. There's so many people. I think it's the most populous city in the world, uh, if not number one, number two, number three, but I can't remember the rankings, but it is a very populous, about maybe 30 million people plus officially. And there are things, as I said, which you could tag as negative. But as I've learned something in life is within a lot of negative things sit gold. I mean, sits a gold of opportunities. If you're on the figure of speech, and I prefer to look at that. And and what I would advise you is that as you which I wish you would travel around the world, look at different kind of places, even if places which you might not fit your comfort zone. You will come across things where it might not appeal to you, but I encourage you to look at opportunities within that. And Mumbai does offer that. I mean, it's not, of course, I would, this is my general comment. You could look at any place, but there are some specific places like Mumbai. So it's a combination. You're looking for things, and also there are places you would do your due diligence and find out that these are opportunistic places. Now, In Mumbai, I mean, as I said, practically any business drives, right? Any, you got, whether it's fashion, food, entertainment, leisure, even tourism, and maybe not in the heart of Mumbai, but activities around Mumbai which you could be interested in. It is a city, there are a lot of people who might not want to stay there. Like, if you ask me, I would not prefer to stay in Mumbai, mainly because of the reasons I said, and also the pollution aspect to it. It is unfortunately also one of the most polluted cities in the world, and that in itself would put off a lot of people. And they are, I mean, they're right to it. And I would say at this point, the authorities need to look into it and improve the conditions there for a better quality of life. And there are other things also which you could tag as negative, and I don't want to go into those details because that is not the objective of this video. The objective of this video is to look for opportunities within the negativity, and sometimes if you do that really sincerely with a positive mind, you do find it, as I've learned from my example, right? And also, as I took this opportunity, I was trying to think, how come people living there, hadn't seen it? How come people, who had a longer time in the city in terms of looking for things that could work, did not do it? It's just that they were not looking at it. They were just focused on maybe on their jobs, like how the horses have those blinders on, just focused to do that and not look here and there, not open up their minds. And fortunately at that time, I mean, just to backtrack, I also had a closed mind, but fortunately at that time, I was with an organization which would encourage us to look at opportunities, keep an open mind, and be receptive to new things and doing things differently. And this is what I want to, my core of the message to you today is that, I mean, I'm talking to people who could have been in career, who are still in career, maybe in business, it could be not even financial, it could be some other opportunities, it could be, say a musical career you want to pursue, right? Now, what I would like to say from my example or my experience, let's put it that way, there were many times I was frustrated. This particular year, 2008, was one of the most frustrating year in terms of the feeling that I was not moving anywhere. I was just sort of existing, and there was nothing different I was doing, not pursuing something big, and not living a normal sort of life. And everything I was trying, it was not working for me. And of course, when I look back, it was all my fault, but I didn't have the courage to see that way, or the what do you say, to the open-mindedness to see that way, right? But at this particular point, I was fortunate to be in an organization which forced us to open our minds, and as a result, I saw it and I grabbed it with both hands, right? So, in case you're going through I wish you are not. I wish you're doing well, and I wish you're progressing. But for those of you who are struggling, who feel that this is not going anywhere, right? I would encourage you to take a step back, okay? Don't focus on a negative things, right? Focus on what you can do, right? And look and try to look deeper in that negative thing or scenario or environment. Is there something positive that might come out here? Now, let me warn you, every time you look at it, you might not get an answer immediately, but you need to, and I say it from my experience, develop the habit of looking at it. Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe even 10 or more. But it should continue, because you just need one thing for you to grab on, to understand as an opportunity and go full ahead with it. So for me, it was this attitude which I was fortunately taught to by by people in that organization, and many of them turned out to be my mentors. It was the opportunity of, being so desperate. I was looking for different things, the opportunity to visit the city, right, which I never thought before I traveled there I would be able to get this feeling of maximizing on something. So so until next week, I would I would encourage you to look at a different way of thinking, of looking at opportunities, right, in a positive framework, because you never know, something might be just there staring at a face, and just our attitude must be just making us blind to them. So thank you very much for listening to me, and all the best until next week. Bye bye.